I know I've been gone for like years. I will be doing a trend that have been going around, which is doing your makeup like the year that you were born. So let's get to it. I looked it up on ChatGPT, and they state that back then in year 2000, you have to have straight hair. I straightened the hell out of it. And my inspo will be this pic right here, which is Britney Spears, and I believe Lucky music video. So let's get to it. What I will be doing now is the brows. I know Britney has a defined brow, but I feel like my brow particularly right now, I don't need to fill it in. I have dark features, and because of that, I do not want the brows to overpower the look. And now I'm taking this little brush right here. It's a flat concealer brush, and I am taking Kosas concealer in 04 neutral. This is what I will be using for the base of my eyes. I will just do that. Right there. And pull it upwards to clean the brows. After this looks as if it's been set, but it hasn't been set yet, I will be taking Beauty Glazed eyeshadow, and I'll be taking this light, almost like white, using the other side, and I'll be mixing it with this shade right here to kind of keep it set in place. One thing about 2000 makeup that I do notice is, even though their eyeshadow placements and everything has always been one of the most iconic reason why people gravitate towards it until this very day, it's that they do not like sticky base for their eyeshadow. Don't ask me why, it just seems that way in my own particular understanding. All right, so that is what I want to have. I'm taking a fluffy brush. When I'm talking about fluffy brush, I'm not talking about just a fluffy. I need it to be this fluffy. And I'll be taking this shade right here as a transition shade. It's kind of like an all go around type of thing. I don't want to focus it on one area or the other. This, I'll be taking a fluffy but denser brush than this brush. You'd be able to tell the difference by looking at it. This is fluffier, this is dense but fluffy. I want to take this brush in particular. I'll be taking Spoiler Alert and Trust Fund Issues, which is that and that right there. And again, I'll be focusing this one mostly on the outer corner of my eye. And just like that. What I'd like to do is taking the darkest shade right here, darkest brown on the palette, as is, again focusing it on the outer corner. There you go, like that. That is, I decided to pull you guys closer so you'd be able to see better. What I did with the eyeliner that I decided to tight line was I pull a little bit of the liner out, and using this smudgy brush and just smudge it a little bit before I dip into dark gray and almost black eyeshadow to create that smudginess. We are doing a smoky eye look. The meaning of smoky eye look, it's sultry. It's not heavy, it's not too much, it's just a sultry eye look. It's gorgeous. Look at that. I am focusing it directly. The heaviness always have to be on the outer part of the eye. That is where the sultriness, the idea of like sexy bedroom eyes come from. In my personal idea, what I am using now, it's a eyeshadow brush that we used earlier with whatever is left on the brush and just blend it. we are blending it. Blending is literally our best friend. We are now pulling the color upwards, so you'd be able to people would be able to see you having a smoky eye look without having to look down. This is what I'm talking about. And then again, going back into that eyeshadow brush, blending it again. We do not want to have patchy or unblended look when it comes to smoky eye look, because it is the most important part of the look in itself. And then what I would like to do is taking a white eyeshadow, put it on the inner to almost outer areas for a base for our gray eyeshadow. We already placed, this is the gray eyeshadow. As you can tell, it's not bright enough. That is why I decided to take a eyeshadow, liquid eyeshadow in gray icy. This is beautiful. It is like the most gorgeous color, as you can tell. Insane. This is insane. It's really, really pretty. I'm obsessed with it. And what I decided to do after this is that if I am not mistaken, Brittany, for the smoky eye look, she have a under eye or like lash line application. I'm using whatever is left on the smudger brush. And on the lash line, she also have something called I believe the gray glitter look on the lower extremities of her eyes to create the poppiness. Like, it's pop. Not pop as in like the genre, but it makes her eye pop. That is what we are also going to be doing. And again, you don't have to worry about like smoky eye look. You could never ruin it, to be completely fair. You just have to blend and trust in the process. And after this is when I would be taking the gray glitter liquid thing that I have and just focusing it. There you go. That is what I would want. It's never, if it looks like it's too much, trust me, it's not. And now that my eyes are done, it's gonna be my skin time, but let me just curl my lashes and get back to you. So I'm back from putting on my mascara. Turn on more lights because it seems like really, really dark. Now it seems like it's time to do the base of the makeup, which, as you have seen, I have put on a skin tint, and now it's time for the contour. 2000 makeup reminds me of like the meaning of less and less is more, which is insane when it comes to contour and blush. Even the blush placements are completely different than how we had it today. Does it seem like I will follow through? Absolutely not. I'm sorry to say that. I just did a little bit ago was just contouring the whole face. And now I'll be contouring my nose, even though it seems like Ms. Brittany don't have much nose contour. But I will be doing it either way. One thing I do notice as well in the picture, it seems like Brittany don't have cream contour. I mean like cream blush. But this is the only light pink that I have, which is Rhode Juice Box Bucket Blush. I will be putting it on this area of my face right here. It's not on the apple, but like out here, upwards, not higher. That scares me. So I'll be using this brush by e.l.f. in liquid blush. Just a little bit, and placing it in this area right here. That's insane. Let me see. Ooh, girl. I don't know. I don't know if I can get like behind this. This is scaring me. This reminds me of how like my mom used to put her blush. It's always like in this area. It's never up, it's always lower. I think it's like to give an illusion of like a youthful face. I am terrified. I can't. I don't know if I can do this. I'm gonna start crying in like 3 seconds. All right, but we'll be doing this. I need more blush on my cheek because there's gonna be no way. I don't have much blush on my face. All right, there we go. Another thing I do notice as well is like they have a very light under eye, but I'm a brown girl. So I'll still be sticking with my trusty concealers, which is Kosas and 4 Neutral. I will just go a little bit heavier in that. Here, here. It seems like she have quite a lot over there. Bridge of her nose. More on this side actually. Yeah, that's good. And another thing I'll be doing is I would still be using a darker concealer on the outer side of my face, because this is really light on me. This is pulling like nearly pale yellow on my skin. So there's gonna be no way I would only be using the Kosas 4 Neutral without my Kiko 09. This is the Intensive Serum Concealer Skin Lover. It has SPF and like skincare on it. It's really, really good. So yeah, I'll be back. I will be letting this set on my face. At the same time, also setting the whole face with the Alba. Just a little bit. It gives like more youthful glow on it. All right, so now I will be blending my concealer. I'm focusing on the inner part first, pulling it downwards, just like that. I am blending all the lighter concealer first before I go to the dark ones. What I just did was I just blend the darker one, bringing it inwards, but not too much in the triangle area of the face. That is what I would want. And then I'm doing the same thing on the other side. Now this is what we have currently going on. It's still not done because what I do notice is that she have a very light pink blush right here, which you still can see my pink blush. What I'll be doing is, instead of using this other brush, I'll be using this brush. It's denser and rounder than the other one that I have. So I'll be using this. I'll be taking this shade right here, this shade, and mixing it with the upper. I'm going to be very gentle with it and focusing it on the outer side. We're not bringing it inwards, we're focusing always on the other side right there. Now what I will be doing is just setting my whole entire face using a translucent powder. And I'll be back because look at that. By the way, I'm using Esca translucent powder. Now that my face are set, it's time for me for my lip. I will be using Morphe in shade, I believe 81, that's the name. And I will just overline it. What I do love about 2000 Makeup is that they are so obsessed with the idea of like big lip and juicy one, which is like overline, pink, and lots and lots of lip gloss. And then I'll be putting in the lip gloss using Kiko in 3D Hydra. I believe this was number 24. And then more on the others. And we're not done. We're not even close to being done, because we need to still put in the iconic practically white under eye using Charlotte Tilbury Brightening Flawless Finish. Oops. All right. I'm literally hitting the pan, and I'll be focusing this on the, there you go. We just want white under eye. I do not know why it was a thing, but it was a thing. I look at all my mom's picture as well as references, and when I tell you, they all love the idea of having white under eye. I'm like, girl, why? I look insane. We're not even done because we have to set the whole face now. I'm cheating using glowing setting spray. That is the only thing that I have at home. So we're setting the whole face, and I believe that we are officially done with the look. I straighten my hair to the best of my ability. This is the result of doing my makeup. As the year that I was born, this is the first time I don't have blush on my nose or overtly contoured nose or placement of the blush that looked ridiculous for me, because this looked empty, but this is it. All I can say is thank you, Miss Brittany, for being the inspiration for many. This was one of the most iconic look of the 2000. Everyone remember the Lucky music video? I love it. All right. Bye.